start with that new reaction tonight to the massive illegal marijuana bust in Locust Grove. We are so glad you are with us here at 9. I'm Sarah Whaley.
And I'm Shay Rozzi. Now, we showed you at 5 drone footage of state drug agents moving in on the scene off Highway 412. They say this is connected to organized crime on the East Coast.
We have team coverage for you tonight, starting with Fox 23's John Acebus live from the site near Locust Grove for us. John, what are people in the community saying about this? Definitely surprised.
Well, honestly, they say they're not very surprised. Over the last few months, they say they've seen some unusual things going on here. One of those being cameras. As you see right over my right shoulder, it appears there's a camera just above that fence line that is either on or recording. This is one of many things they say they have noticed, so they are not surprised to see what happened today. This was live drone footage of a massive marijuana bust in Locust Grove. You can see what appears to be workers with their hands in the air, as well as dozens of agents and trucks on scene.
I counted 18.
That's Earl Harris. From where he lives, he can probably throw a rock and hit the site that was shut down.
It's total shock. You get up every morning and come outside, and deputy cars and state highway patrol and different agents standing on the side of the road with AR-15s.
Oklahoma Bureau of Narcotics agents held a news conference Tuesday in Oklahoma City addressing their efforts to crack down on illegal marijuana businesses. This one, agents say, was tied to a criminal organization on the East Coast operating in Locust Grove. OBN spokesperson Mark Woodward.
It is something that we are doing every day. Our agency, OMMA, working behind the scenes that a lot of times the press does not get to see. All the effort that's going into what we're doing to try to address the criminal elements that are trying to get a foothold in our state. And this is just an example, this video of one operation.
Moments ago, dozens of agents left the scene of this property behind me here in Locust Grove. This gate was just closed, but one more wrecker appears to have gone back on site. Now, even as I stand here, there's a gentleman in the parking lot parked saying he works here and he's not sure what happens next. He says in the last few days, there have been attorneys here who signed off and said everything was okay. Now he doesn't know if he has a job. Agents worked all day and into the evening, leaving with truckloads of marijuana, another property shut down, and making people like Earl Harris feel a little safer.
There's enough crime here without it being brought in.
Now, after I spoke with that gentleman in the parking lot who said he worked here, I reached out to narcotics agents, and I basically texted them and said, hey, how likely is it that he wouldn't have known? And they said very likely. They are usually just hired to do a simple job, come in here and do some labor, and they just assume that things here are legal. Turns out in Locust Grove, agents say this was not, but this is still an active and open investigation. They are still looking to put in custody the people who run this organization. Covering news that matters. John Acebus, Fox 23 News.